To start with the ab initio, first you would like to know you should aware of those things in data warehousing concepts. You people aware of data warehousing concepts? What is data warehouse? Why we using data warehouse? What is the reasons to keeping of data warehouse? Like those things. Actually, ETL, ab initio is a tool where we use is nothing but in the concept of business intelligence. That business intelligence is nothing but it related to the data. It is a concept of data warehouse. But yeah, these things are interrelated. First, to start with ab initio, you should aware of business intelligence and data warehousing concepts first, at least some extent. First, yeah, my question is, are you aware of data warehousing concepts? What is data warehouse? Why we using data warehouse? Kumar.
Yeah, so yeah, this is Ritvik. So yeah, I am familiar. I worked for Informatica, but not in Administrator. So I am aware of this data housing concept overall, kind of high level.
So I think no need to start why we using data warehouse and where we use the data warehouse, those type of things. If you want to give me some not related what you are seeing on screen, basic general explanation why we use data warehouse, why can't we use another thing, those type of things. If you want I can tell you, otherwise we can go to the introduction of ab initio ETL tools. So yeah, probably you, I think Kumar has, Ritvika or Kumar, someone of you worked on Informatica, right? Yeah. Let me give you a brief introduction about ab initio first. And yeah, you can stop me anywhere if I'm not, if you people are not hearing me, if you people are having any doubt in between, okay? Yeah, so actually ab initio is one of the ETL tools. We are having so many ETL tools, right? Informatica, that one of you people have already worked in, and IBM Infosphere, that's we call it as data warehouse, data stays, and another tool from IBM is there, and Oracle we are having 2 or 3 separate tools, and for SAP, in SAP also we are having almost 3 ETL tools. So overall, almost there are 12 to 15 ETL tools are there. But in these 12 to 15 ETL tools, the famous ETL tools are Informatica, DataStays, and another tool is also the Pentaho. But very rarely using those tools are. And another tool is nothing but ab initio. And yeah, first, how these tools are using in present market in the sense almost 50% of the market share is still on Informatica, and almost 25 to 30% is on data stays, and remaining 20% is occupied by the ab initio. So okay, now what is the difference between Informatica and ab initio and all other tools, and why we need to go, why in these days people are using ab initio more? Why these ab initio usage is going increasing? Those type, if you go to those type of things, let's see. 5 years back almost, ab initio is a organization actually. Ab initio is an organization. It has set up almost 12 to around 2000. Say 1997 to 2000. They have. So ab initio generally we can include that in an ETL tool, but we directly cannot say it as an ETL tool. It's a part of ETL, but moreover, compared to Informatica and data, comes to the big questions like in data warehouse. That is the main reason in these days people are going to the ab initio. And yeah, as I said, still 50% is occupied by Informatica, right? But if you go almost 5 to 6 years back, around 2008 or 2007, almost 80% of the industry are occupied by Informatica, and almost around 15% is in data stage, and just 5 to 6% is in ab initio. So what these people are doing is in these days, last 5 years, some drastic changes has been occurred in data warehouse. The thing is, if you use Informatica, say one organization is using Informatica, another organization is using DataStays, and another organization is using ab initio. So, say the first and foremost main advantage in ab initio is, say you are having almost 1 lakh records. Records, I think you people are aware of data warehouse concepts. I think probably you would aware of these things also. Records, I can call it as a records. Okay. So if you need to process almost 1 crore records in Informatica, say you are processing 1 crore records in Informatica, and those 1 crore records in data stays, same 1 crore records in Ab Initio. Let's take through Informatica to process entire 1 crore records to data warehouse after applying your ETL logics. It will take say 30 minutes. If you come to data stay, if it comes to data stays, what it will happen is it will take say around 25 to 20 minutes say. But same 1 crore records, if you go to Ab Initio to apply all logics and to process the data into data warehouse, it takes almost 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. The main advantage is the time being. How this achieves is there are similar different concepts in Ab Initio. How we achieves this fastness and how we can decrease the time. These type of things we have some internal concepts in Ab Initio to control the time related specifications. So this is the main advantage in Ab Initio than any other tool while compared to the while we are comparing with other ETL tools. And second one is importantly, yeah, you are using Informatica. I think probably Ritvika or Kumar, one of you using Informatica, right? Let's see. I don't know Informatica, but yeah, the thing is, while you are using Informatica, you are having too many sessions. Like designer is in one tab, and workflow. I don't know all the things. To monitor the data, you need to see in another tab, and workflow to see the workflow and other things you need to view in one tab almost. This is like a sessions. You need to open 4 or 5 tabs to see one workflow in different situations. But if you go to Ab Initio is, you can say it's like user friendly. So you will be viewing only one user interface. In that user interface only, you can develop the workflows. You can in Informatica say it call it as a workflow or some other thing. In data stays, the Ab Initio process, the design process will call it as a job. But if it comes to Ab Initio, that design process call it as a graph. Okay. In Informatica, you call it as workflow or something. I'm not aware it. While you come to data stays, we call process a design process. We call it as a job. When it comes to Ab Initio, we call it as a graph. Okay, what is graph and all those things we can see later. So this is the thing. User interface. Ab Initio is very user friendly. If you go to user interface, very similar, and you can view all. You can design the graph in one tab, and you can run the graph in same tab, and you can track the status on the same tab as well. Output also in the same tab. So it's moreover you can say user friendly. Okay, and yeah, so many other things are there. Why we using Ab Initio? Why organizations use Ab Initio is that if you dig into concepts, you can know better. So this is the one main reason. So I think the organization's expectation is, as of now, it's 50% of Informatica, right? In these days, what people are doing is people are converting their projects from Informatica to Ab Initio in these years from last 3 years. I have seen so many migration projects from data stage to Ab Initio and from Informatica to Ab Initio. Almost last 5 years have seen the usage. They're converting from mainframes. You have different systems, PLS, SQL systems, Unix systems, as well as data warehouse and Teradata Oracle systems, and yeah, you have mainframe systems also. So these systems, and using including Informatica and data stays in these days, the growth in Ab Initio, they're migrating from these systems to Ab Initio. So the growth is more in these days. I think the expectation is around 2018 to 20 in between. Ab Initio occupies the major share. Almost 50% of the share will be occupied by the Ab Initio industry. This is the expectation. Okay, in data warehousing. Why means there are so many reasons. I can to give small example. Say some X organization, say take a bank. I am giving examples also to like it to say we are having a Citibank and we are having Bank of America. Okay, take in our Indian banks only. We are having SBI. Say we are having Andhra Bank, some Punjab National Bank. Okay, so 2 banks are there. So Punjab National Bank is using Informatica as a data processing tool to process their data, and SBI, State Bank of India, is using Initio as a data processing tool to process their data into data warehouse. Say today you are the customer, Kumar and Ritvik are the customers. So today Kumar is opened account in Punjab National Bank and Ritvik is opened an account in State Bank of India. So, and he deposited Ritvik and Kumar, they both have deposited in 200 rupees in your corresponding banks. Say, what will happen is, you are using, as Punjab National Bank is using Informatica, once you deposited your money in Punjab National Bank, Kumar, so what will happen is, it will take, first the data should be processed to data warehouse. From there only you can view the data in your online systems. Okay, whatever you call it as a online accounts or something. So say Informatica, to process the data, say Informatica takes 2 days. But Ritvik has deposited 200 rupees in in SBI. As SBI is using Abnisha as a data processing tool, it may appear, we are having continuous graphs in Abnisha also. It may appear almost in 2 or 3 hours only. So the services providing by SBI are visible more while compared to the Punjab National Bank. There might be another so many reasons. So what customers will do? Customers will definitely they will try to migrate to better services. So there is chance of migrating Ritvik from Punjab National Bank to SBI. So this type of, because to instead to stand for these type of competitions in these days, all organizations, especially banking sectors, are moving to Abnisho. And in Abnisho, we are having 2 processes like batch processing and probably I don't know whether in Informatica these type of things exist or not. We are having batch processing and continuous. What are these 2 things? Is nothing but batch processing is nothing but, say you deposited 200 rupees in SBI today. Okay, so what will happen is that after you deposit 200 today, in batch processing, what will happen is, say across India almost 1000 branches of SBI there. Just imagine. So in these 1000 branches, what will happen is, by 5 o'clock every day, all transactions will be closed in all banks, right? So after 5 o'clock, what this SBI all branches will do is, they will consolidate each and every branch data first. After consolidating each and every branch's data, they will send it to some particular place, which is nothing but source, you can say. Okay. After they put all the data from all the branches at one place, they will process that data in next day in the ETL process, whether it is Informatica or whether it is data space or Abnisho. So here 1 day is delay. This is called batch process, consolidating all the yesterday's data and process it today. So this is called batch process. Where we use this batch process is nothing but, you are having credit card, say. So every month, so your credit card time period is like every month first to first. So first to first, whatever you have done by using your credit card, those things will appear around appear in your online account, or otherwise you will get it as a message to your mobile. So those things will appear after every month first only. You will get it as a bill, right? You will get it as a statement, bank statement, bill statement. So this is nothing but batch process, because you have done the things almost a days before, some days before, but those type of things will consolidated and it will send to the ETL process, and those details will be entered in data warehouse once. After that you will get a statements or messages from that. It is called batch process. And another thing I told you, right, it's a continuous process. Continuous process is nothing but, see, if you say you went to an ATM and you put your ATM card in your ATM machine and you withdraw 200 rupees from your ATM. Say instantly, once you entered your ATM pin and after you withdrawn your 200 rupees from your particular bank, from your corresponding bank, you will get a message to your mobile call, say you have withdrawn these type of, immediately in next 1 or 2 seconds. This is nothing but continuous process. understand the difference between batch and continuous. Batch process is nothing but once your details are entered, once your details are consolidated, at the end of the day, they will send all these details to the ETL process. So that's a late process where you use this. The best example is credit cards and continuous process. See what will happen is once you entered your ATM pin in ATM card, and after you withdraw 200 rupees, you will get a message that you have withdrawn this much of amount from your corresponding ATM, corresponding bank. So this is an immediate process, nothing but continuous process. How this will occur is once you entered your ATM card in your ATM machine, after you what will happen is it will identify your ATM and it will talk to online Java servlets. After it say it is XML. After it is talking to XML, that XML will kick the corresponding data warehouse. Nothing but your bank's complete data, where your bank's complete data will exist. That is nothing but your bank's data warehouse. So it will kick your account number will kick the bank's data warehouse. So from your credit card, from your corresponding ATM card 16-digit number, or from your account number, it will the ab initio continuous process will deposit 200 rupees there itself only from your account. It will deduct, and from there you will having another some options to send email. It is a process also in ab initio to send emails to your mobiles or to your corresponding email IDs. So it will kick the email ID or your corresponding mobile ID. So those type of details will be entered directly in your. It will be coming to your mobile in next 1 or 2 seconds. So this is nothing but a 1 or 2 seconds process entirely. This large process, and entering the data, kicking the data warehouse, and again getting the details from the data warehouse. These things will be happening in 1 or 2 seconds max. This is nothing but continuous process. So this is the difference between batch and continuous process. Almost 90 to 90% of the continuous process will be existing ab initio only. They will be using, they are using ab initio only, most of the continuous processes, these type of services. Okay. So, yeah, let's, Kumar and Tefik, are you able to understand me, or?
No, yeah, we're good.
It's clear, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's clear. Now, coming to ETL, I think you people will be probably aware, but let me explain in more detail by giving, as I have already given you some examples, by relating to that, relating those things, I will give you the example at ETL. So, say, ETL is nothing but, you know probably extract, transform, loading. Extraction means, say, already we have taken an example of bank, right? So, what we are doing, say we are having, just one example I am giving. Say we are having SBI Bank and around 1000 branches are there across the country. So what they need to do, at the end of the day, once all transactions are over, at the end of the day, say the branch which is there in Hyderabad should consolidate data, and the branch which is there in Delhi, they should consolidate the data, and the branch where is in Bangalore, Mumbai, those branches also need to consolidate the data, because their daily transactions, they need to consolidate the data, and what they will do is they all will put the data at one place. Okay, that is called staging area actually. That is called staging area, but yeah. So extraction is nothing but you are gathering the data from different sources across the world, you can say, across different systems, across different branches, which is nothing but extraction of data. Because why you need to extract the data? Why can't you do? Yeah, I am having Hyderabad SBI branch. Why can't I process Hyderabad SBI branch's data there itself only? Why can't I process SBI Delhi's data there itself only? Say, for this you need to maintain different data warehouses, and you need to maintain different systems. You can process there itself only. But yes, once issue comes to Hyderabad data warehouse, who will resolve? You need to put a person to look after that one. Once you get a issue in, say, in Delhi SBI, who will resolve? You need to put another person. This is the high expenditure thing. That's why what they, and maintaining each and every data warehouse for each and every particular, you can say, branch is also, it costs more. You are having so many data warehouses, Teradata, Oracle, and other things. So So to maintain this data into data, each and every branch is definitely it costs very high. So that is what an organization will do is at the end of the day they will collect all the data from different sources and they will put it in one place. 10, say today 10 transfers happen from Hyderabad and 20 transactions have happened from Delhi. So those 30 transactions will be placed at one place, which is nothing but called as staging area. So now you extracted the data. At the end of the day, you extracted the data from different sources and you put it in one place, which is nothing but a staging area. I told right now. From there, now are you sure the data which you got from your corresponding banks or corresponding systems, source systems, is clean? Is it ready to deploy into data warehouse? No. The thing is the data what you have collected from the different sources. The data is having so many garbage values, and the data should be cleaned first, and the data should be applied some business transformation. Some business, you need to apply some business rules according to your organization's requirements. See, understand why we do what we do in transform. Nothing but first the data what you got from the sources, it is not ready to deploy into the data warehouse. Why? Because say you can deploy into the data warehouse that garbage data, but you cannot analyze that you cannot analyze that data into where you have in data warehouse. So the thing is why we are using data warehouse. The main reason is that data warehouse implicates the organizational structure, the organizational process, the organizational behavior, you can say. Say some Citibank is there. That Citibank is having almost 200 years of experience in banking world. So how that Citibank behaves? Say in 2000 Citibank got almost 1 crore rupees profit. How they will get that now? They need to enter those type of details in data warehouse. By doing some analysis, they will come to know like, okay, this year we got 1000 crores, 1 crore, and 2014 they got 1000 crores as a profit, and how much of growth they are having, whether they are growing in industry or whether they are going down in industry. Those type of analysis they will make in the data warehouse data. So that is why the data which is there in the data warehouse should be cleaned and it should be pured. And you cannot directly say after cleaning your data, if you entered into data, say you cleaned your data and you entered into data, whether the data is ready for your business rules transformation. No, you cannot apply your business rules on that cleaning data also, because that data should be in a particularly ordered first. The data should ordered in a particular way first in data warehouse according to your organizational requirements. That is nothing but what we do in transformation. Once we get the data in our staging area, once we get our data from different sources, we do apply some business logics on the data and we will clean that data first. Once the business logics are applied and after cleaning of the data, we will enter the data into data warehouse. So this is exactly where transformation will come. Once after your business logics are applied, they looks fine. Now third stage is nothing but loading. You will load the data into data warehouse. So once you enter the data into data warehouse, your ETL work will be over. So after that what will happen is, if you want I can tell you. Once you enter the data into your data warehouse, what they will do is organization people will analyze the data and they will apply some business logics. How they will apply business logics is, we are having so many reporting rules. I think probably you have heard that business objects, Cognos, and 2 or 3 tools are also there. So what these tools will do is, these tools will generate reports on the structure. Whatever the data you have loaded on those data, these reports will analyze things and they will generate the reports. You can say so many reports are there, dashboards, X, Y, Z, so many reports, which is nothing but it will show the growth, it will show the process of organization. So those type of, that is nothing but reporting reports. Okay, that's out of focus now. So this is nothing but ETL, this is nothing but ETL process, whatever Informatica, data stage or the other tools or Initio will do. This is exactly what these ETL will do. So another in transformation, the main difference will comes from the transformation. In using Informatica, I think probably you don't have, you'll be not getting the chance to write different logics. So you need to apply in Informatica. I don't know what each and every transformations will called. Difficult workflows, no? You'll be using
I was
blocks,
clear. First, yeah, they have lot of like inbuilt functionality, and you can
yes.
also write your custom export for the transformation.
Yeah, you can write a lot, but most you people are using almost inbuilt functions, right?
Yes, most of the time.
In Initio also, we are having so many inbuilt functions. I don't know what it called in our Informatica, but in Initio, those we call it as components, actually.